Have you ever wondered how people who speak two languages fluently switch between them so seamlessly? This, my friends, is the captivating enigma of bilingualism. It's a phenomenon that might seem unusual to some, but in reality, it's more common than you'd think. In fact, more than half of the world's population is bilingual. That's right, more than half. Now, let's delve a little deeper. Bilingual individuals often indulge in a fascinating linguistic dance known as code switching, effortlessly swapping one language for another, sometimes even in the middle of a sentence. And it's not just about convenience or showing off language skills. Bilingualism comes with a host of cognitive benefits. It enhances problem-solving abilities, improves memory, and even delays the onset of dementia. So, if you're bilingual, you're in good company. But how does this process work? Well, stay tuned as we unravel the mechanics of bilingualism in the next scene. Let's dive into the mechanics of bilingualism. The human brain is an extraordinary organ, and its capacity to manage multiple languages is nothing short of impressive. Imagine, for instance, a Spanish-English bilingual individual. One moment they're chatting away in English, and in a blink they switch to Spanish, all without missing a beat. It's like a well-rehearsed dance where the dancers fluidly move from one step to the next. So, how does the brain pull off this intricate dance? Well, it's all about cognitive flexibility. Both languages are always active in the brain, and the bilingual person is constantly selecting which language to use and suppressing the other. This process happens so swiftly and smoothly that it's almost invisible to the naked eye. Now, you might have heard of something called language interference, where elements of one language creep into the other. For our Spanish-English bilingual, this might look like slipping a Spanish word into an English sentence or vice versa. Some might view this as a sign of confusion, but that's far from the truth. Language interference is actually a testament to the brain's adaptability and control over two language systems. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Here's an interesting fact. The brain's ability to manage two languages doesn't stop at verbal communication. Studies have shown that bilingual individuals can read in one language and listen in another simultaneously. They can also think in one language and speak in another. It's akin to a mental gymnastics performance that's happening every day in the minds of bilinguals. So, let's debunk a common myth. Bilinguals aren't getting their languages mixed up. They're not confused, lost, or struggling. Quite the contrary. Bilingual individuals have a unique ability to juggle two languages at once. They're constantly selecting, suppressing, and switching between languages, all while maintaining perfect balance. It's a fascinating cognitive feat that highlights the extraordinary capabilities of the human brain. So, bilinguals don't get their languages mixed up. Instead, they have a unique ability to juggle two languages at once. But why bother with bilingualism? What are the perks? Well, let's explore that together. Firstly, there are significant cognitive benefits. Bilingual individuals often display enhanced mental flexibility. This is because they're constantly choosing the right language to use, switching between languages, and suppressing the one that's not in use. This mental juggling act can improve executive functions like problem-solving, multitasking, and focusing on important information while filtering out the irrelevant. It's like a workout for your brain, keeping it sharp and resilient. Now let's think about the cultural advantages. Being bilingual means you have access to not just one, but two cultures, two worlds of literature, music, film, and traditions. Imagine being able to enjoy a foreign film in its original language or understand the lyrics of a song that move people's hearts in another part of the world. It can also foster a sense of belonging and understanding among diverse communities, bridging gaps and building connections. On the economic front, being bilingual can be a considerable asset in today's globalized world. Businesses are increasingly seeking employees who can communicate effectively in different languages to cater to a diverse customer base. Take, for example, a bilingual professional who can negotiate business deals in English and French. This ability to shift between languages widens their professional opportunities, making them more marketable and desirable in the job market. Moreover, bilingualism can provide personal benefits too. It can boost confidence, encourage a sense of identity, and even inspire travel and adventure to places where the second language is spoken. Of course, becoming bilingual requires effort and commitment, but the rewards, as we've seen, are manifold. And remember, it's never too late to start your language learning journey. Whether you're a child or an adult, the human brain is remarkably adaptable and capable of learning new skills. Being bilingual isn't just about speaking two languages, it's a skill that can open doors. So why not give it a try and see where it takes you? So, how does all this play out in English linguistics? When we dive into the world of English linguistics, bilingualism plays a fascinating role. Take Spanglish, for instance, a hybrid language combining elements of both Spanish and English. Born out of the need for communication between English and Spanish speakers, it's a perfect example of how bilingualism can give rise to entirely new forms of language. Have you ever heard phrases like "hasta la view, baby" or "no problemo"? These are examples of Spanglish in action, where Spanish words and phrases are adapted into English, often with a playful twist. Then there's Hinglish, a blend of Hindi and English, widely spoken in India and among its diaspora. Phrases like time pass, which means to waste time, or prepone, the opposite of postpone, are unique creations of Hinglish speakers. These linguistic blends are not mere anomalies. They reflect how bilinguals can shape and evolve language. By blending words, phrases, and idioms from two languages, bilinguals breathe new life into the way we communicate. They introduce fresh expressions and concepts that enrich our linguistic landscape. Bilingualism is not just about mastering two languages. It's about creating a bridge between cultures, fostering understanding, and adding vibrancy to our linguistic tapestry. It's about taking the familiar and making it novel, about pushing the boundaries of communication. Bilinguals are not just linguistic chameleons, but they're also linguistic innovators. So, what have we discovered about bilingualism? We've journeyed through the fascinating mechanics of how it works, from cognitive processes to language acquisition. We've highlighted the numerous benefits, including cognitive flexibility and enhanced problem-solving abilities. And we've touched upon its profound influence on English linguistics, highlighting how bilingualism shapes and enriches our understanding of language. Remember, bilingualism isn't just a skill, it's a window to the world. Imagine the possibilities if you could speak another language fluently.